So, you are the new kid. Your coming was foretold by Coldwell Banker.
This Rev 3 Games preview is brought to you by GameFly. Well, it took long enough, but I finally got to get my hands on the long-delayed South Park: The Stick of Truth. And after playing the game for more than an hour, I gotta say I walked away really feeling like I was playing an episode of the show. Though, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll get back to that in a second. First things first, let's talk about the gameplay for a second. Now, when you start off, you have to design a character and then you're asked to pick their class. Three of the choices are classic RPG tropes like fighter, mage, and thief, with the fourth being classic South Park, Jew. I, of course, chose Jew. Then you're thrown into what feels like a continuation of the 3-episode Black Friday story arc from last season, especially since the characters were all wearing the same exact costumes from the episode. From there, Cartman walks you through how to fight and what your items do, etc., etc. And then you're free to roam South Park on your own. Now, this part was really exciting because it felt like I was actually in a living, breathing episode of South Park and actually in control of an episode. And for me, personally, the exploration of the world is more fun and rewarding than the actual quests. I actually spent the first 20 minutes just walking through Cartman's house, opening any door or drawer that the game would let me, just to see what was inside. And it's the exploration in Stick of Truth that really keeps the game fresh and funny. From a closet full of callbacks in Cartman's room to barging in on NPC characters in their homes, you can really tell that the creators took their time to make sure that there was a well-crafted joke hidden in the last place you looked. One of my favorite things to do was to find the hidden Chin Pokemons just to hear Trey Parker scream, "Chin Pokemon!" every time you grab one of those. It's awesome.
You entered douchebag, is that correct? Are you sure you want to keep the name douchebag? Very well, douchebag.
And speaking of jokes, this is where I got concerned, because the game is actually really funny, don't get me wrong, but South Park as a whole is known for being a densely packed joke machine that oftentimes turns out episodes relying on the moment humor to deliver some of the best satirical blows. Yet in the first hour, I was confronted with a couple of references that, while yes, are cute, would have been laugh out loud funny if the game had actually hit its original target date. Now, given I've only played through the first hour and I've been told the game is 12 hours long, so hopefully these were just tiny bumps in a much longer, broader picture. The other thing I went into this worrying about was just who is this game designed for? I mean, if you draw a Venn diagram of South Park fans and hardcore JRPG fans, I am not a scientist, but I believe the overlap would be pretty small. But what Stick of Truth does masterfully is handhold turn-based RPG newbies so they don't get overwhelmed, even making fun of how stupid the concept of turn-based combat is.
Clyde, you have to wait your turn. That's lame. No, Clyde, it's like olden times. You have to wait your turn, like in the Middle Ages, Clyde. I know it's lame, Clyde, but that's how we're fucking doing it.
And believe it or not, as you progress, the battles actually do take some skill in figuring out how to defeat, block, and use your magical farts against the various meth heads and kids wearing colanders hiding in the bushes of South Park. After spending an hour with Stick of Truth, I walked away confident that yes, you can sell a hardcore JRPG to people who have never even tried one before and have them walk away with a satisfying and addictive experience. So overall, if you love the show or love RPGs, you're probably gonna wanna check out South Park: The Stick of Truth when it actually, for realsies this time, hits store shelves on March 4th. That was a fun thing that I got to do, right? That you got to watch and enjoy. Now here comes another fun thing. I'm gonna talk to you about GameFly. GameFly is the largest online video game rental service and offers you a choice from over 8,000 new and classic titles across all consoles and handhelds. Plans start at just $15.95 a month, and members can rent 1 to 4 games at a time and keep them for as long as they like. Once you're done playing, just send it back and GameFly will send you the next available game on your list. You can support Rev 3 games and get a free 30-day trial membership when you sign up at gamefly.com/Rev3Games.